Atlanta Fire. Star-studded Atlanta Fire, one of the favorites.
And indeed, when that one is smack.
Oh, this one is lobbed into the onside, a slow, short ball.
There's only one minor league champion. There's only one minor league champion.
So we're ready for play with the news. Baltimore Royals. They've won the toss. They've elected to bat. Unmuk Chan is out in the middle. We'll pick up the other batsman, and Imran Khan has been thrown the ball, so he will start. So very hot conditions here at Prairie View. We're just about getting ready to start. Baltimore winning the toss, electing to bat. Here's the first ball. Ball defended into the offside, so we have begun here. Yeah, a couple of good balls here from Imran Khan as he comes in and bowling to Mohammed Khan. And a good start from him, just making sure that he's keeping it tight. And so far, so good. So here he is again. And Mohammed Khan gets this one over the infield. And they're running up towards the boundary. Gone away, gone for 4. And that's a good shot from Mohammed Khan. So he picks up a boundary in just the first over. And they're off to a really good start here, the Royals. The Royals on 2 points. And PRG, they are on 4. So the catching up team will have to be the Baltimore Royals, hoping that they could get that couple of points and get back up. But they'll have to win this game. A lovely strike from Mohammed Khan. It goes a long way. It goes over the fielder's head. And so a 4 followed up by a majestic shot into the onside. And that has gone for a maximum. Lovely shot from Mohammed Khan. So this time the ball is played into the leg side and brings for the first time Unmok Chan onto strike. And Unmok Chan, of course, we saw the most runs of the tournament so far, held by Unmok Chan. He's on 184. Behind him, of course, is the man with the glove who's keeping wicket here today, Smith Patel. So it's going to be interesting, the race for the most runs in this tournament. We've got the two men in contention, certainly Unmok Chan and Smith Patel. They're both involved in this game. So it's going to be interesting to see how those numbers play out. Into the offside, and straight away Unmok Chan gets off the mark. And after 1, it's 13 for no loss. So Unmok Chan gets the ball. And he comes in here with the Baltimore Royals, having won the toss. They've elected to bat. The first over's gone pretty well. We saw 11 off the bat of Mohammed Khan. Yeah, ball defended here by Khan. So a couple of big games on tap here as Baltimore Royals taking on PRG. Yeah, he's driving well. We'll get a single out towards the deep offside area. Brings Unmok Chan back onto strike. Unmok Chan has really had a good series so far. Ball punched into the offside and can't score. Yeah, we talked about Unmok Chan already, 184 runs in the series, most by any batsman. And we come down to a game that means so much to both of these teams. More primarily, no, that's a lovely shot through the covers. Well placed from Unmuk Chan and gone away for 4. So Unmuk Chan picks up where he left off yesterday. We talked about how good this wicket seems to play in the afternoon. And a lovely drive, a little bit uppish through the covers and gone away for 4. So Unmuk goes quickly up to 6. It's 19 for no loss. Yeah, this over's gone for 6 so far. Not a bad start here from Milind Kumar. So the second over comes to a close. Is 19 without loss.
Sorry, buddy. Let's do this. Leading run scorers. Unmuk Chan with 190. Didn't get too many this morning because he was at 184 in the morning when we checked. We'll end up seeing how many he finishes with at the end of this. 184 this morning.
Yes, Monali, and he's got his contender just behind him. He's playing in this game. Pulled away, lovely shot here from Mohammed Khan. And it's gone away for 4. So Khan and Unmuk Chan, they've given the Royals a very good start. It's 23 without loss.
Sat up nicely to be able to pull away. Easy pickings, especially in these power play overs with just the 2 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. There's a deep square leg. Offside this time, up and over, and this is a very quick outfield, so no surprise that that's going to beat the 2 fielders and go for 4 more.
Yeah, Mohammed Khan with 10 and 23 in the series so far. And he's carried the fight to the likes of Imran Khan, and look at that, given a lot of room. And we were talking about movement of the batters, Manali. That's a perfect way to describe. You don't necessarily have to come across these days.
2 fielders outside, long on and deep square leg. I'm going to ask you par score again. And
Yeah.
who you think is going to take this game?
Yes, this one is going to be very tough, I tell you. We saw yesterday 175 overhauled by PRG. And you've got to fear that batting lineup that they sport. But Unmuk Chan and Mohammed Khan, they're off to a very good start with the Royals. And we saw a little bit of stats page that showed Unmuk Chan at the top of the table. Came into this game with 184. He's got 6 so far. And that puts him very close to that 200 mark. It's going to be key. Mohammed Khan has outscored him for the time being. It's 27 for none.
When I had said earlier in the day when the first game started that it's a beautiful morning, nice breeze, perfect temperature, and as the sun has continued to rise, it's just started to get very humid. The sun's still hiding behind some of these clouds, but the humidity level's gone up, the temperature's gone up, and now that breeze, that's going to be wide. Maybe a little harsh.
Yeah, we saw the previous ball was riding on a very marginal one. Imran Khan, let's look what he's done in the series so far. 2 for 7, 2 for 23 in the 2 games that he's played. So he's gotten 4 wickets so far. Yeah. Umpire Cameron Best deciding that, well, this one will have to be rebowled. Here is Imran Khan.
Goes big. absolutely massive as this has been put into the bushes down the hill for 6. Wide delivery, the extra delivery has dented the over even more.
Yeah, this is a lovely shot from Mohammed Khan. And Mohammed Khan, Manali, comes in place of Ritwik Behera, who's always come at the top of the order, but they've made a slight change. And Mohammed Khan, 3 overs gone, is 34 for no loss.
Adil Bhatti, ball in hand, ready for over number 4. And he's also going to start with a wide here. This is down leg, and we've already seen a fair number of extras with this game having just started. Want to try and get a bit more accurate than that. Can't afford too many loose deliveries because your batters are still going to have to come and find those runs.
Yeah, 3 wide so far. We've seen some indiscipline from Imran Khan in the previous over, 1 from Adil Bhatti here. So tucked away by Unmuk Chan. We'll wait for the signal, none coming, so a very faint touch from a ball sliding down the leg side from Unmuk Chan. And Manali Unmuk Chan has been prolific in this series so far. Scores of 45, score of 46, score of 93. 3 games and 3 mammoth score by T20 standard.
Oh dear, that's just gotten away from him. Looked like he would have been able to cover the ground to stop this from getting over the rope, and the ball just continued to travel further and further away from him. 4 more.
I told you at the start when we came in the morning, watch for this ground at about the 3 o'clock period. It's 2:44 now. It gets faster. The pitch plays a lot more truer. And the likes of Unmuk Chan, when he plays those punches, if you're not in good position, if you're not fit, that ball will beat you to the ropes. That's exactly what has happened here. He's gone up to 12. And when he gets 16, Manali will be the first player to cross 200 mark at the Houston Open in 2026.
He's having a good Houston Open 2026. Beautiful shot. Inside the line of the delivery, and this is lofted away for 4 more. I had said yesterday when he got some runs, a correction on day 1, when he got off to a flyer with 44 runs, that it makes such a big impact on a player when that momentum starts out right in a tournament.
And started very right for Unmuk Chan, a 45, a 46, a 93 yesterday. And I made mention, I saw him play some reverse shots yesterday. They were just as good as when he bats right-handed. So he's up to that 16. So right now he's 200 runs on the board. And he's above Smith Patel, who comes later.
Well placed. Pick up 1 more run.
Yeah, this Baltimore Royals team, they come out of the DMV area, Manali. That's the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. Very expansive piece of real estate. Covers a long region, very large. Used to be called the Atlantic region back in the days by the zonal restrictions of USA cricket.
Isn't the DMV where you get your driver's license?
Yeah, Department of Motor Vehicle. Yeah, yeah, DMV. Well, they call this area the DMV area.
Do they hand out a lot of motor vehicle licenses?
Well, you never know. You never know. But it's the DC, Maryland, and Virginia area. It's called the Atlantic region.
Looking to get inside the line of the ball, and this is really well adjusted. Adilbati going even further out for a dot off the last delivery of the over. Looking to just open that face and then play it into the offside. Four overs gone, 47 for none. Stephen Wigg into the attack with the ball.
So Wigg comes into the attack, starts pretty well. Mohammed Khan, not easy to contain. And they're really off to a good start. Manali going over 11 runs and over, opted to bat. And that has gone pretty well. Mohammed Khan and Unmuk Chan we talked about. 201 runs for him, some big scores, 45, 46, and 93. Cut away, punt through the offside, will run away for 4. Short, given width, and I'm pretty sure that Mohammed Khan says, thank you very much, Stephen Wigg.
I don't remember if you answered my question about a par score.
Yeah, well, what we've seen, we saw 223, we saw 174 in the previous game, we saw 160. I would say probably the par score is about 160. 160 when we take the average of what has happened here on this pitch.
Oh, chopped on. It was continually growing in height. And this is an excellent delivery. Nice tight line, hits the deck hard to get that extra bit of bounce. And this is chopped on for a wicket.
Yeah, we talked about those shots with those rising deliveries, Manali, outside the off stump. And in the end, Mohammed Khan might have been unlucky that he's dragged one onto the stumps, but Stephen Wigg, quite delighted that the scorebook will read Mohammed Khan bowls Stephen Wigg. Is 51 for 1.
Good start to the power play nonetheless. Even with that wicket, 51 runs already on the board. They're going just shy of 11.5 runs and over. And they still have the player in form out in the middle in Unmuk Chan.
So Jaskaran Malhotra comes to the middle. And if you didn't know him 2 years ago, Manali, and if you follow cricket enough, 6 is not an easy feat.
Brian Walters did mention that yesterday, 6 sixes in a row, and then the very next ball he was out. So that happens, it's on you.
I tell you what, I did better yesterday. When he came out, I gave him a very good introduction of 6 6s, and the very first ball he hit another 6. So in addition to the 6 6s that he hit, he did one for me yesterday, so it was 7 6s.
Are you superstitious normally?
Not at all. I let things happen and I judge it from there. Are you afraid of ghosts?
I can't say. Well, it's a debatable topic. I am if I watch a horror movie. What a delivery this is from Stephen Wigg. You nearly pulled a Brian Walters on that delivery.
Yeah, he has started well, gave up a 4 from a short ball to Mohammed Khan, but took him out. Yeah, this is a very good delivery. A little bit of in swing to Jaskaran Malhotra.
Oh, he's latched onto this, and he's latched onto it very well, as this is going to sail away for 6 runs. 10 runs and a wicket coming off of this over.
Yeah, not a big strike here from Jaskaran Malhotra. That's what he does, and that's what he's known for. We've seen the end of 5. A good over here from Stephen Wigg. At least he got a wicket of Mohammed Khan. So 57 for 1 at the end of 5.
You asked me if I'm scared of ghosts, and I tend to avoid anything scary, so then you don't actually believe in them, and then you're not scared of them. But if I do end up watching something scary, then somehow that lack of believing in ghosts all of a sudden becomes real. And then you find yourself just a bit unsettled in your own home for a few days. Vedant Pathak into the attack with the ball. Do you believe in ghosts?
I guess childhood. When I was small, I probably scared to go out in the dark or to see strange movements in the house, but yeah, after time, those fears are gone.
I was at a funeral last weekend, and a close family member. I had never been to a Hindu funeral before, at least not one that I can remember. And just going through the procession of events and seeing that person and the whole event as it unfolded, I can tell you've been sleeping with my room lights on this week. Down the ground, not the connection he would have liked, and that's going to be the end of Jaskaran Malhotra. Safe pair of hands and wicket number 2.
Yeah, Adil Bhatti comes up with a very good catch. Not difficult at all. And Jaskaran Malhotra looking for more 6s. Not today, straight into the hands of Adil Bhatti. And all of a sudden, Baltimore Royals electing to bat first. 2 down for 58 on the board.
Farooq Kukatla comes out after having lost 2 quick succession wickets.
So wicket apiece for Stephen Wigg, and now Vedant Patak. And brings Tarak out in the middle. Unmuk Chan still left at the non-striker's end. He's batted well so far. Here we go.
Rushed onto the bat. Hear the grunt as well as that ball was released.
So Baltimore Royals, they're on 2 points, Manali. PRG, they are on 4. We've got a similar situation in our earlier game. One team, if they win, will get up to that 4 points. And if Baltimore loses this game, they're definitely out of the Houston Open in 2026. So they'll need a win here more than anything else.
Oh, swing and a miss. Played down the wrong line.
Yeah, we've seen a good bowling spell so far from Vedant Patak. Saw him yesterday, picked up 2 for 22. And in the opening game, bowled none for 20. So those are not bad figures. And he started pretty well, took out the wicket of Jaskran Malhotra. Still into the power play period here, 58 for 2.
Turning out to be very good over this from Vedant. He's able to generate some good seam movement as well. That first delivery that Tarak faced. Good seam movement into the right-hander.
Yeah, there are other bowling options along with the seamers that we have seen. We've seen Adil Bhatti, we've seen Imran Khan, and now Vedant. They've got Milind Kumar.
In the gap. I don't think it's going to have the legs to run away over the boundary. It wasn't struck right out of the middle of the bat, but it's going to be a couple runs to end the over. 3 runs coming off of it. And a very good over this by Vedant. 6 overs gone. End of the power play. It's 60 for 2. Poor delivery to start, and this is going to be 5 wides. Stephen Wigg back into the attack. Straying far down leg, and that's a hard one for any keeper.
Yes, Smith Patel, man who trails Unmuk Chand. And Manali, one of the things you will watch with Unmuk Chand, if he gets a chance to do a set of these, he moves across all the way to the offside on a lot of the balls to access the onside area. And I've seen him do that to great effect yesterday when he batted here just about the same time. And so a pitch that he knows pretty well from yesterday. He got a big score, played some lovely shots, both conventional and unconventionally. And watch for him to step all the way outside the off stump to access the onside or to get a little bit more reach on the ball on the offside. So a bit of misfield, and Tarak has picked up a boundary. What should have probably be only one, just got through the man at backward point and raced away towards the boundary. And in the end, 4 runs off the bat of Tarak. So they're going at 11 runs and over. Yeah, slower ball driven nicely here from Tarak. Stephen Wade has gone for 10 in the over. We've seen 5 wides, ball going down the leg side to the left of Smith Patel. And so very sunny and warm conditions here at Prairie View in Texas. And we're delighted that you've joined the feed. Enjoy the cricket. Punch through the offside. Lovely shot from Tarak. And we'll only get him one. And brings Unmuk Chan back onto strike. Manali, this has been a good start for the Royals. Although they've lost a couple of wickets, there's 71 on the board, which essentially means they're going over 10 and over.
And they've certainly made the most of their power play, haven't they? Nice attacking start between both openers. Laid a good platform for the wickets to follow, the batters to follow.
Yeah, we've seen really some good batting in the tournament. Saw yesterday Hussein Bakari, another player from the Bay Blazers. We saw Arab Zai. I know you guys had their game, maybe I think yesterday or the other day. They didn't make a lot of runs, but they blazed the trail here yesterday. It was such a high-scoring game.
This is a good shot through the offside. Didn't look like he had actually hit it that well, but it's in the gap and it's going to bring 4 more.
Yeah, this is a shot from a man in form. Unmuk Chan has really looked the part, I got to tell you. And I've done 2 of his games so far, and they're all big scoring. And he continues to bat well. I love the shot into the offside on the rise. And those slashing shots are a joy to watch on this field. Very fast outfield, 75 for 2 at the end of 7.
I asked Brian this question. Back to the action. So I asked Brian this question, and you just mentioned the Bay Blazers recently. Now you've got a young enough son who might know what Beyblade is. Do you know what Beyblade is? I'm so disappointed in you two. You've never heard of it? You've never heard of Beyblades, like the cartoon, the anime show, and the toy?
I'm so sorry. So what about the discussion, by the way?
It's a moot point at the moment. The reason why I was bringing it up is because Beyblades reminds me of Bay
Boys.
The team, Bay Blazers.
Oh, Bay Blazers.
What's Bay Boys?
Yeah, I think that Bay Blazers team is a part of the East Bay.
Do they call them Bay Boys out there?
I don't know.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, we'll have to ask Walters when he comes back.
Oh no, I asked him already. He said he has no idea what Beyblades are. So they're gonna go for a 4, in fact. Very quick outfield, as you mentioned early on.
Yeah, look at this. Those ram shots, well timed, well executed from Unmuk Chan. And it comes to a point, watch if Unmuk Chan gets a 50, he's gonna see all sort of funky shots. Not to forget the conventional ones, they're so wonderful to watch when he plays them.
Into the leg side this time. And the bowlers are struggling at the moment. They don't quite know where to bowl.
Yes, Siddish Patari has been given the ball. I haven't seen him bowl in the other games, but he has been asked to turn his arm over.
Quick single and comfortably taken in the end. 8 overs gone. It's 84 for 2.
So a slashing shot from Tarak. He continues to play some aggressive shots here, Manali. That's one of them.
This has been put.
Yeah, not a good looking shot. They're gone quickly up to almost 11 runs and over.
That's been put away with some style. Lots of power on that.
Yeah, Tarak has really come out here, and that's the thing of a batting lineup. We do all these games, and there's some players that are popular. With Chan, of course, world renowned, and people know him all over the world. But you do these tournaments at times, and you look at a player like Tarak Kukatla, who's just come to the middle. We don't know a whole lot about him, and they play some shots. And it's the reason why they're batting at 4, they're batting at 5 with these teams that comprises of players who have played at the international level, who's currently playing for the US team, US or Canada team, who's on the fringe of going on to the next level. And then, of course, you've got those really good recreational player, Monali, that you're running from time to time.
While we're talking about some of the youngers that are coming up through the system, the game behind us, game number 1, we saw those youngins, the future Caps, pick up a win this morning, didn't we? How phenomenal is that? Especially from a USA cricket perspective.
Yes, rightfully so. The team is named Future Caps.
Must say I'm disappointed in the name, though. I was hoping for something like Future Stars, Future Stripes. It's just more American. We talked about this yesterday, Brian and I. And they've got so many stars and stripes on their uniform, too.
So back here, approaching 100, we've seen a good knock from Unmuk Chan. Manali, I tell you, Unmuk Chan is in ripping form. And I've done a lot of tournaments with him. I've gone to a lot of these US Open, Atlanta Open, and this is probably the best I've seen Unmuk Chan. And it's probably because I've seen him 3 matches now, and all 3 he has not failed to live up to those big scores, and he looks very solid here today again.
He's been trying to crack into that senior USA side for a few years as well. Form, that too, when the season's just starting, is great. That one's kept very low. You now take this momentum into the rest of the year. You've got a lot of cricket coming up here in the USA. 9 overs gone, 92 for 2, as we see how this ball is kept so low. It's also very full delivery to be going on the back foot for.
Yeah, a lot of time we want to look at the pitch and see what the pitch will do or will not do. But Manali, I tell you what, a lot of times the bowlers have developed some balls now. Not only will probably slow up on you or probably keep low. And people who have played at the top level, especially fast bowler, they will tell you that you hold the ball a certain way, maybe across the seam or that stuff, and maybe a knuckle ball kind of thing, in which the ball probably doesn't rise a lot.
Changing the bowling. Milind Kumar is going to come in with the ball.
I was kind of surprised when we saw Siddhesh Patari bowled on over here. He hasn't featured in any of the games. I was really at loss why Sid was given an over, but here is Milind Kumar.
Looking for the reverse, and it's gonna drop just past the reach of Smith Patel. Part of a really good partnership with the bat, both Smith Patel and Milind Kumar yesterday.
Yeah, this one may have come off the edge. No signal from the umpire, so let's see. Well, might have been rolled up from the glove. And that is why you saw a big attempt here from Smith Patel to grab the ball, but was simply out of reach. Yeah, we talked about how important is this game for the Royals. They'll need to win to stay in contention.
Well played. Soft hands and placed to perfection for 4 runs. Why bring out the reverse when you can do that so effectively?
Well, I'll tell you what, yesterday he was doing the reverses pretty effectively too. And I made the point on comm yesterday that probably Unmuk Chan is a better left-hander than he is conventionally. But look at this. This is very delicately played. This is a man in form. I like what I'm seeing. Very well played.
Tries to go again. Doesn't quite get the placement this time, but it'll get off the mark with another single.
So they've gone up to 99. We've seen a good partnership. Milind.
That single is going to bring up the 100 runs on the board for the Baltimore Royals. Just going to say that single, you could see Unmuk Chan so eager to get back on strike. Don't typically do that if you're not in form.
Yeah, he's really looks solid, and over that has gone for 8. Comes to an end, 100 for 2 at the end of 10. And those are good numbers to calculate, Manali. You're giving me some very tough math calculation. Why don't you give me this one? 10 overs gone, 100 on the board. What's the run rate, Lenny?
Considering it says it right on the screen, right under that 100. But you know what, if it makes you feel better, please tell me, Lenny.
So Imran Khan comes in for another spell. 2 overs in the main, none for 28. It's gone expensive today, Imran Khan, but he will come in to bowl to Tarak.
Lands just short of the fielder. Would have had his heart in his mouth. Calls for catch it in vain.
Yeah, those are the shots, Manali. There's a term that we use. Not too sure if you have played with this term or use it in Canada, but two minds.
This is well played again. Just opens the face of the bat. Two minds is a very common term. Sometimes I'm in two minds about whether I want chocolate or chocolate pretzels. Or when you go to a restaurant and you're very hungry and you're in two minds about, well, sometimes you're in about 10 minds, aren't you, when you go to a restaurant hungry?
Another place where you're two-minded, yellow light. Yellow light. That's the best.
I'm never two minds there. Yellow is go.
Yeah, you're right. You slope at those big intersections, then the red comes, and then you get a ticket in the mail. Those are the two-minded tickets. 1 or 2 for 2. We've seen a...
You know why? Because you were in two minds. If you weren't in two minds, you could have raced right through it. No tickets in the mail. But sorry, you were making a point.
Yeah, a lot of times you get to those big intersections and you see the yellow and you're not too sure if it's a yellow or just a late yellow, and then of course then the light flashes. Don't know about Canada these days, but Manali, every street corner now they put cameras, and certainly driving is difficult. So the 11th over comes to a close. It's 103 for 2. So the batting card for you so far, and we've seen a very good partnership from Unmuk Chan and Tarak Kukatla, 45-run partnership, and of course 2 wickets to fall. Mohammed Khan for 31 and Jasran Malhotra for 6. It seems like Jasran Malhotra loves the number 6. He's out today for 6.
Tell you what, Lenny, you've missed some really good conversations that Brian and I have had. We even spoke about the 666. Spoke about all kinds of conversations while you were here doing this ground.
Yeah, I know. Can't wait for the Walters man to be back tomorrow. Got so much to catch up on, Manali. So Avik has been given the ball. And look at that. We talked about those reverse shots, and this time off the bat of Tarak. And he runs up towards the deep area. They come back for a couple of runs.
I don't really know. I mean, that's been given us too, but I want a second look at this. Where his foot is in relation to that rope and the ball. So he's missed that foot. And then he gets that foot down. Maybe just inside that rope. Just so much easier if you just use your hands, then we wouldn't have to guess. Any youngsters are watching, that is not the way you want to do it. Looking for the reverse, completely misses this one. Yep, and Unmuk Chan saying, why are you doing that? Just try and go down the ground.
Yeah, the fact is, I think he's keeping Unmuk Chan out of strike. He has faced most of the ball in the last 10 or so balls. And so Unmuk Chan is itching to get it down to the other end.
And that's a problem, isn't it? Because as a batter, when you're in form and in good rhythm, you want to keep facing strike. When you're stuck at the non-strikers, you start to lose concentration. And that's where you tend to make a mistake. In the gap. And it's going to find the boundary rope. 6 runs coming off the over. 12 overs gone. It's 109 for 2.
So Imran Khan will continue. He's gone for 10 and over today. And will bowl his final over, Unmuk Chan, who's not seen much of the strike. Look at that. Pulled and pulling well. And that is gone for a superb maximum. In fact, the fielder has taken the catch. Yes, he has. And Unmuk has to go. It's 109 for 3.
I don't want to say I told you so, but I did mention that when you're stuck at the non-strikers line for too long, you tend to lose concentration. And rhythm's a funny thing. When you're in good nick and you're facing the deliveries, you want to keep getting back on strike. Didn't quite have enough to clear the rope. You also see where he's taken that ball from. Didn't have the full swing of the arms. And that is a very well taken catch in the deep. Great awareness. And a big wicket. Big wicket of Unmuk Chan. Very good.
So Ritwik Behera comes out at number 5. And Imran Khan has picked up the first wicket, that of Unmuk Chan. So he falls for 47. In fact, he falls for 37. And the action will continue. Ritwik Behera usually bats at the top of the order. But we've seen them gone with Mohammed Khan today. Mohammed Khan made a quick fire 31, so no harm done there. Ritwik Behera comes in at number 5. And he has a chance here to really come up with a good score. It's 109 for 3. They're going at almost 9 and over. And Imran Khan, as we made mention, 1 for 31 so far.
Just a single, despite the slight misfield. We'll need to rebuild here.
Yeah, we talked about that partnership between Tarak and Unmuk yielding 51. fact, a couple of partnership yielding the exact number, 51. We'll cut away here from Ritwik Behera. In fact, from Tarak, and it will go away for another boundary. It's 114 for 3. Good looking shot from Tarak. Was able to find a gap.
Waits on it well. Didn't quite have the width, but that time that he waited on the delivery just allowed him to be able to get it in that spot right there. Well placed. And despite the wicket, it might turn out to be a fairly good over in the end. Right through the legs. Oh, you've got to feel better than that. Just starting to see a few fumbles around the ground here. You want to make sure your fielding standards are absolutely top-notch. I do have a question for you, but I'll ask you that question in the next over.
Yeah, and we have seen a couple of fumbles in the field, Monali, when it has come on the back of a wonderful catch to dismiss Unmuk Chan. But probably their ground fielding are beginning to be a bit sloppy now. And even the previous ball that went for 4, it was through the hands of the fielder.
Decent effort there, and a single to round off the 13th over. It's 116 for 3.
So Avik Dixit, yeah, Avik Dixit, the leg spinner, starts well. Dot ball here to Ritwik Behera.
So my question to you is, Prime, Raiders, Gladiators. Now you've known a lot of these teams for a very long time, as we see that run away for 4 runs. Loose delivery, punished. I mean, I've heard of, you know, it could be Prime Raiders, Prime Gladiators, but Prime Riders and Gladiators? What is that supposed to mean? What's the history behind that?
Really, I wouldn't know, Monali, but yeah, I've noticed some names that.
I mean, are you Raiders or Gladiators? How can you be both?
Yeah, it's one of those things that I've seen team names in this place, and I wonder myself. PRG. We call them PRG for the time being, but yes.
He would have been gone by an absolute mile. Not well collected by the bowler. Avik. Tossed up delivery.
Yeah, this over's gone for 7 so far. We saw 4. And still the Royals, they're going at 9 and over, so still a healthy rate considering that we've seen a little bit of slowing up in terms of the scoring. But other than that, we've seen both Tarak and in particular Tarak, who's kept the scoring alive and solid, getting 8, 9, 10 runs and over because we'll get a boundary every over. Lofted into the offside. Will he find the gap? Yes, he will. And that has gone away for 4. So 14 overs gone. It's 127 for 3. So the buildings there and certainly the poles. And by the way, those three red dots there signifies the 3 wickets to fall so far. But they're going at over 9 runs and over. Ritwik Behera on strike. Adel Bhatti gets another bowl. And Adel Bhatti, Manali, has been one of the players who've been around USA cricket for a long time. Back in the days of college cricket, back in the days of junior cricket. I want to think he was probably very close up for a US senior selection at one point. And I was told yesterday when I was with Nikhil Bhatt, who plays a lot of Masters cricket, that Adel Bhatti plays Masters now and pulled away. That's a lovely shot from Ritwik Behera. Gone for 6.
This has come right out of the screws. Ritwik Behera latches on. He's put it quite a distance over the rope as well for 6 runs. Gets the length wrong, Adel Bhatti. They're ticking along well, aren't they? Baltimore Royals, 133 on the cards. Plenty of wickets in hand, and still got over 5 overs to come.
Yeah, and they've always been scoring at about 9, and now they're over 9. Ritwik Behera, he's a top order. Saw him opened yesterday and the other game. And the fact is, Manali, just coming back to Adel Bhatti, he's playing against his minor league franchise team. He has moved to the Baltimore Royals. Adel Bhatti used to be Somerset Cavaliers. And I was told by Nikhil Bhatt that Adel Bhatti now plays Masters cricket, and he made a double 100 in a 40 over game recently or last year. What we've seen in the United States, not too sure if it's popular in Canada. Now there's cricket for every age group, Manali. Over 70 competition is here. Over 60.
I must say it's impressive to see over 70s playing cricket.
I'll wait until it gets to over 80. I may make the side.
Well, people are living longer and longer. They're healthier.
Well, they're playing cricket. We got to get Brian Walters in one of these teams.
Slashed away and straight into the hands. Barely a celebration at all from PRG.
Yeah, straight into the hands of the fielder. Looks like Avik Dixit. Slashed And when he left the bat, looked like a very good shot, interrupted by the safe hands of the fielder. So the fourth wicket falls. It's 134 for 4.
Yevin Gunalatake. I think that's a Sinhalese last name. "15 overs gone, 134 for 4.
So Milind Kumar into his third over Manali, done for 14 so far. New batter out in the middle. We talked about Yavin. Ritwik Behera, the man on strike.
Worked away, called for 2 very early, and excellent work in the deep to keep this to just the 1 run.
So what's at stake here? Well, big day for the Royals. And win will keep them alive. And a win here for PRG will seemingly put them in playoff mode. So Baltimore Royals, really the team under pressure here to get a win over this powerful put together prime Raiders Gladiators.
That's going to beat the fielder and just rolls over the rope for 4 runs. Milind Kumar is not happy. Speaking to Smith Patel about the placement of that fielder.
Yeah, and we talked about the quickness of this ground.
Thick
Baked.
outside edge too.
Baked in sunshine, and we discussed how hot it is walking around the park. Lovely facility. I love this ground. Very quick. It gives you certainly good value for those shots, even if it comes off the edge, as we saw there. It's a lovely park, lot of pitches here. And there used to be a time, Manali, in which we used to use those front pitch. Can you believe that? We used to get to the ground quicker by 10 minutes. Used to be the very first pitch you came in. Lovely view from the road. And this pitch was always a good ground, good pitch. The one behind us that you were placed for the last couple of days, that has always been the main pitch, where of course international games were held. 16 gone, 141 for 4.
Adalbati back into the attack. Good change of pace on that delivery. And a swing and a miss to start. Said very early on, 160 would be par. I'm thinking they're going to get higher than that. They're probably going to end up with about 180 with 4 overs to go. Very well bowled again. He's not express pace, but he's got some really good variations that makes it very difficult for the batter to read.
Yeah, very experienced Adalbati. I recall a couple of years ago, Manali, the Somerset Cavaliers, I made mention he used to play for Somerset Cavaliers in minor league cricket. And they got into the final with the powerful Dallas Mustangs, Andres House, Norman Anwar and company. Ball tucked away into the onside. Runs here for Ritwik Behera, limiting to only 1. And Adalbati was part of that Somerset Cavaliers team, and they took on Dallas Mustang, Andres House, Norman Anwar, somebody else, and they won the toss, electing to bat. Finals of minor league, and Adalbati had them running 2 for 9. Andres House, Norman Anwar back in the shade, courtesy of Adalbati.
That's very well bowled. Yevon does well to dig this out.
Yeah, defending champions from last year, the Atlanta Fire. We saw them earlier, Manali. Were able to pull through. Saw a big knock from Mukamala. And they did well.
Setting themselves up pretty well here, aren't they? Baltimore Royals. 1 delivery to come. It's been a very tidy over from Adalbati, but you just sense this new partnership forming is going to have the firepower for the last 3 overs and then launch and get a lot more than 160 as we had predicted. And as I say that, what was a very good over has now just leaked a boundary off the last delivery. 7 runs coming off the over. It's 148 for 4 after 17. Milind Kumar. Swept away. Oh dear. Very lucky that has not rolled onto the rope.
Yeah, it looks like Kuram Khan. Kuram Khan, yesterday we saw when things looked a little bit tense at one point, came in and hit a 6 and a 4.
That's tight. That is a very tight call. I'm not sure why they weren't running for that single harder, knowing that that ball has gone straight to the fielder. I'd love to get a second look on how close this was.
And Cameron Best has gone upstairs, made the signal, and I wonder where the...
Gone.
And I wonder...
He's gone. That ball has knocked down that stump before the bat has gotten over that line.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's no referral review system in place here, so Monali we'll leave that for the next time. But for now, it's what Cameron Best decides, and I see him making the ambitious signal to go upstairs. Go upstairs where?
Well, listen, it's a tough call at first glance, isn't it? So you've got to give benefit of the doubt to the batter. This is struck well, brings out the reverse. It's going to go all the way for 4.
Yeah, good looking shot from Ritwik Behera. He's another talented individual who's been around Royals cricket for some time. And that's a very good shot. In fact, the over has gone for 8 so far.
Runs away from the predicted 160 that we thought would be par. Well bowled and beaten. It's a dot to end the over. 18 overs gone, 157 for 4. Two overs to go in this innings. Poised at 157 for 4 at the moment. And you suspect they're going to get at least 15 runs in the next 2 overs. I think that seems pretty realistic, Lenny.
Well, I tell you what, it was just yesterday that this Baltimore Royals team posted 175, Monali, which could be like a similar score, and it was gunned down. Well, I wouldn't say gun. Let me pull that back. It was pulled off. The heist was pulled off by Bay Blazers. Certainly led by, we saw some big knocks from a team that is made up of quite a few Afghan players. Stephen Wake comes back into the attack.
Starts well, Stephen Wake with a dot. Ritwik making his intention very clear on that shot, though.
Yeah, that innings I'm talking about from Bay Blazers. Hasnain Bukhari, remember the name, got 81.
That's an excellent stop. Absolutely hammered. And a great effort. Milind Kumar. Short extra cover.
Yeah, good bit of fielding there, good effort. Certainly saved the boundary. And Monali with that in play, Baltimore Royals on course here to probably get up to 175. You get the feeling, would that leave a good feeling for them knowing that just yesterday
down the ground and not the connection that he would have liked. This is just going to be the one run.
Yes, still a very good over here from Stephen Wigg. At a time in which Ritwik Behera and Yavin looking for big runs, still so much wickets in hand. Ravinder Singh Mehra still to come. Neil Narvekar, top order batter. No Tajinder Singh. And even Zia ul Haq. We saw him played a lusty blow yesterday, hit a big 6. Off the very first ball that he faces, still some batting to come. They've got to go big now.
That's a loose delivery. And despite the effort in the field, they're still going to get 4 runs. In fact, that is a loose delivery that should have gone for 4. That's the issue that I find with Stephen Wigg. He starts the over very well. It's just a matter of finishing it strongly as well.
Yeah, we've seen Ritwik Behera play those big shots, but the fact is it's not going anywhere. Doesn't seem to have the power to clear or get the ball across the ropes here. Not a bad over here from Stephen Wigg. Oh, good shot. Picked it up well, full toss. He stays flat. And that's a lovely shot for 4.
Attempted that on the first delivery of the over. Wasn't able to get bat on it. This time does very well. Getting inside the line of the ball and just helped along the way. Strong wrists as well. See the pace that the bowlers offered.
Yeah, how many times we've seen it's the urgency on the batter sometimes, especially when the first part of the over has gone well. For the bowlers, the urgency is on the batter to capitalize towards the end. Wonderful shot from Ritwik Behera. Still a ball to come.
Just dropping fine leg to the boundary as well after that shot. Swing and a miss. And a dot to finish the over. 19 overs gone. It's 165 for 4. Down to the final over of the innings. Yevon on strike. We said 180. I don't know if they're going to get to 180. And that last over was pretty decent from Stephen Wigg to limit them to 165.
Yeah, we saw them getting 175 yesterday. Talked about the fact is Bay Blazers was able to get that. We saw Bukhari and Arab side made sure. And Mokchan, of course, we talked about him getting a big score on that occasion.
That's a good start to the over.
Yep, they've trusted this last over to this young player, Vedant Patak. Couple of Vedants in the series. We've got Vedant Jain, another right arm leg spinner, bowled well yesterday here so we could see him a little bit later on. I forgot which team he plays for, but this is Vedant Patak.
I've seen Yevon do this a few times where that back knee just collapses. Instead of getting on top of the ball, and then all of a sudden he loses shape, he loses power. There's that back knee. Not the best position to be able to get into. Not the best power position to be able to get into. Mind you, batting power position is a bit different, but you just lose a lot of power and momentum instead of going into the ball that's now being pulled back away from it. Needed a better throw. It's going to be 2 wides as they scramble across on the wide delivery.
So Ritwik Behera comes into strike. You get it.
Back of the hand delivery, going for the slower one, and this is a harsh call. I don't really know if it was that far wide. First glance, it looks like it was inside the guideline. I wonder if we can get one more look at that. Yeah, definitely inside the line. Tough call. Looking to ramp it. Won't get a wide for that because of the movement.
Yeah, this is turning out to be a very good over here for Patak. Final one, still 3 balls remaining. It's only gone for a couple of wides. And at a time in which Ritwik Behera and Yevon was probably looking to get really bat and ball. Haven't seen any of those so far. And here is Vedant.
Excellent over this. This is going to be a leg by. He knows Ritwik is moving inside the line of the ball fairly consistently. He's predicting that that's going to happen. He goes even wider.
Yeah, this has really been good bowling. It's good to see that the leadership here has put faith in Vedant Patak. Let's see what he's done before. Well, he's bowling at 1 for 13 now, so probably came into this last over 1 for 11.
Bit cheeky from him there as well. Running in, not letting go of the ball, and then a quick look over at the non-striker. You in your crease? I'm sorry, I don't think you're in your crease.
Yep. Yep. A lot of fast bowler will not want to waste that energy, but it's a young man.
Into the offside, straight to the fielder. And it's going to be just the 1 run again. Excellent final over this.
Yeah, this has got to be one of the lowest final over we've seen in the tournament, unless this ball goes for 6, or unless he starts bowling a set of wides and no ball and then prolongs the over, not necessarily on time, but in terms of runs. But this one has to be one of the least productive 20 over in the Houston Open.
Oh, it's been given a wide. This is harsh. I'm not sure I agree with this. This is very close to that leg stump, and the batter's moved across to be able to play into the leg side. This is a tough call. Let's see if we can get another look at how wide this delivery was. Yeah, that is a very, very harsh call, especially with the new wide guidelines. Should just be the single to end the innings. A couple of harsh wides in there, but an excellent over from Vedant. 20 overs done, 172 for 4 is what the Baltimore Royals have managed in their 20 overs. When we come back for the chase, it means that PRG have been set a fairly decent target here. Quick look at the batting lineup. A really good start up at the top between Mohammed Khan and Unmuk Chan, 31 and 37 apiece. And then this last partnership of Ritik Behra and Yevit to see it to the end to get to 172, but also credit to Tarak in the 30s as well.
Yeah, the wickets, not a standard bowler, but they've done well to restrict the Royals to just about 173, 174. That will be the target. A lot of bowlers, in fact, 4 bowlers with 1 wicket apiece. Of course, the team using some 7 bowlers. So, folks, stick around. The target will be 172 to win. And we'll pick up all the action when cricket resumes here at Pv6, pitch number 6, in about 15 minutes' time. See you soon.
There's only one minor league champion. 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 There's only one minor league champion.
Welcome back to the action. 173 runs needed from 120 deliveries for PRG. Baltimore Royals managing 172 in that first innings, and probably feel that they could have gotten more than that. They were in a good position, but the last 3 overs were very well bowled from PRG. It's now time for the batters to chase this down, though. They're going to start with 1 slip and a fairly straight third as well. Very straight third, man. Okay. Very straight third.
Short turn.
A bit straight as well. shape early. And that's going to be called a wide.
So a run on the board. An extra ball to be bowled back as Zia-ul Haq has been given a new ball. Very predictable. Baltimore Royals, that's exactly how they started yesterday.
And follow that up with a dot ball.
Yes, Sikaram Abhinav. Sikaram, we saw him yesterday, Manali, got 47 and retired out. And when they realized that they were in full control, so he has had a big knock.
Down the ground, over the infield, and into the bushes for 6 runs. It looks like he is picking up exactly where he left off yesterday.
I've seen him before, Manali, and that is why I was talking about. You come to these tournaments, and they're the big name players, and they're the international stars. But just beneath them, there's some very good, strong talent, and this is one, Abhinav Sikaram. I've seen him play before, and he's just as good as anyone else. Got off to a massive start yesterday. They post 148 for the first wicket. A couple of drop chances off the bat of Smith Patel, but take that away. He was still able to get up to 85. So this is a powerful put together team. They continue to play well. They've won all their games so far. And here they are in their 3rd game of this competition, with 4 points on the table already.
Have found the ball back. Short stoppage in play. That one sprayed down leg. And a wide signaled. 2 wides in the over so far.
Yeah, we've seen a lot towards the end, quite a few wides. While they were kind of marginal, still some extras towards the end. So the target is 171. 173, sorry. So 172 posted by the Baltimore Royals.
Pulled away, not very short, but has done very well here, Abhinav, to find the boundary. Manufactured shot.
Yeah, he's good on both sides of the wicket. Look at that, angling down the leg side with some bit of height. And tucked away into the onside behind square, gone away for 4. So a couple of big shots for Abhinav Sikaram. And Smith Patel hasn't faced the ball yet. He's really batted extremely well in this tournament. So Smith Patel comes in to strike for the first time. I recall the very first time I saw Smith Patel, Manali was in New York playing one of those tournaments. They played for a team called Black Caps. A team that included Monang Patel and a couple of the other players. Might have been, Mukamala might have been in that squad. But what caught my eye about Smith Patel is his Ricky Ponting kind of, the way he pulls off the front foot. Of course, Ricky being my favorite batsman of all time, so he was quick to correlate the likeness. And in fact, in that tournament, the shot that caught my eye was that he was facing up to Najaf Shah. You've seen Najaf Shah, I'm pretty sure. Left arm pacer, very tall individual, maybe 6'4". And whenever he hits the deck, many local batters will probably allow it to go or think, well, he was hooking off the front foot, Smith Patel, and so I knew this lad had some special talent. And here we are, already a big score in the tournament.
Short delivery. That's going to end the over with a dot. First over gone, it's 14 for none. And just to your point about Smith Patel, let me take a look at this again. He's a very talented player, played a lot of his cricket in India. You've seen that he has ability, he can perform, and it just goes to show the amount of depth that there is in the US for him to not be on that senior squad.
Yeah, good.
Keshav Bravo into the attack. Got a fair bit of zinc on his face today. UV is quite high.
Yeah, Keshav comes out of the New Jersey region. He plays his cricket in New York. I've been part of some of his games, and quality leg spinner. What for the ripper? Gets the ball to turn a lot, and he could enjoy bowling on this surface. Saw yesterday that thought he was under-bowled. Bowled only 2 overs. He was probably one of the best bowler economy-wise. And a game in which the Baltimore Royals lost. So they may have to rethink how they use Keshav today. But he's a quality spinner. And watch for some very big turn.
Slapped away. And that's an absolute tracer bullet for 4 runs.
Yeah, can't bowl there, too short. Not to a batsman of the caliber of Smith Patel. So look at that. That's a free hit.
Wasn't that wide either. It's the movement that Smith Patel generated away from the line of the delivery to be able to free those arms.
Yeah, and the thing also, Manali, while you're making that movement, you've got to predict the turn. So punched into the offside, and probably I've always wondered. Smith Patel was the wicketkeeper. He's been out there for 20 overs wicketkeeping. How much does the wicketkeeper, when you come out to bat as especially an opener, sensing and assessing how the pitch is turning, how the pitch is played, because you've been seeing all that 120 balls that was bowled.
And you're seeing it off the surface as well. You watch it all the way off the surface. Certainly is some advantage for the wicketkeepers, but it's a really hard job. In the action, every single delivery. Test your fitness, your concentration. Well placed. Just opening the blade, and this is going to be 4 more. Abhinav now picking up that boundary.
Yeah, lovely cut shot here. Look at that. We've seen batters playing so late now, Manali. And we're beginning to see those front foot shots are not that they're out, but batters are waiting for those bowlers to make that final adjustment. And lovely shot again from Sikaram. He's such a good player, Abhi.
quicker delivery.
Yeah, Kashav, when he's in the New York area, he plays for the New York minor league team. And he also plays for a local team called Thunderbolts.
Calls for catch. It's going to fall short of the fielder in the deep. Pick up 2 runs. And what is the process of being drafted by one of the minor league teams, and how does it work if you want to switch teams?
Well, they've got Eastern Conference, Western Conference. And so as it relates to the team up in the Northeast, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut has a team, Philadelphia has a team. It's pretty much a private draft, private pickings of that sort. It's not like players are put into pool. And so a lot of times, sometimes you'll see players, if you're good enough, they'll probably scout you and get you onto the teams. But from my understanding and from the way the system I've seen operate or work is that there's not a sort of like a predicted pathway. So you look at Raval, for example, he was picked up. He was picked up by the New York franchise. And the reason why I think that he was picked up by that New York franchise, that the owner of the New York franchise is his captain in New York. So right away, you see a very good connection right there. Now, had Kashav not been playing for the Thunderbolts, I don't know if they would probably spot him somewhere along the line. But here he is playing in Houston, and from what we see, he's a very good bowler. He's playing for the Baltimore Royals. Baltimore Royals does have a minor league team. I don't know if he's coming there next year, so we don't know.
Latched onto this, and in the gap for 4 more. Just too many short deliveries, isn't it?
Yeah, kind of. You've got to be kind of disappointed here with Zia ul Haq. And I've seen Zia in tournaments in which leading wicket takers at time. But as a left-arm seamer, Manal, you probably got to pitch the ball up, allow it to swing, allow it to. First of all, you got to bring the batsman coming forward at least. You're bowling short, you're giving the batsman time, fraction of a second, that's a lot of time. And on these pitches, batting friendly, can't bowl there. Better ball.
Absolutely. Cramped for room, better line. And just a smidge fuller.
Yeah, we've always been told that the new ball will probably swing a whole lot more when it's new, the first 4 or 5 overs. And you may not get those swing again later on in the match. Better ball.
It's just so hard bowling to modern day batters, isn't it, though? They're able to create scoring opportunities from virtually any type of delivery. You don't want to become predictable, so then you try and bring variations in, you try and bring changes in, and sometimes those changes play directly into the hand of the batter. Not easy as a bowler.
Yeah, it's the whole mindset also, Manali. I remember the days.
Very well bowled delivery, and in 2 minds, Smith Patel.
Yeah, it's a lovely delivery. It's good enough not to kiss the edge. As a left-arm fast bowler, this is where you have to bowl. You've got to push the batsman to come on the front foot. Allow the ball to swing, head towards the slip area. But I want to think a lot of time now these days, modern day bowlers, the mindset of bowling tight rather than getting wickets and really push them to really be a lot more defensive these days when the captain gives you the ball. 20 years ago, 25 years ago, he will tell you get a wicket. He throws the ball to you now, he said keep it tight. It's a big difference.
It's 3 very good deliveries here from Zia-ul-Haq. Bowling tighter and keeping the stumps in contention.
Yeah, this has really been a good over from Zia-ul-Haq. And Smith Patel in all sorts of trouble in this over. 3 gone, 29 for now. Top heavy, that's it.
Keshav to continue. Down the ground, and it's going to beat the fielder. Actually, my apologies. He's managed to throw this back onto the field. Excellent effort in the deep.
Ritwik Behera. And it's interesting, Manali. Well done here from Ritwik Behera. Saved the boundary, saved 6 runs in the process. Was able to get the ball back. That's the modern day fielding technique for you.
Misfield. I'd allow for a single.
So some ways to go here. You get the feeling that this game will go all the way to about 8.5, 9 runs and over unless we can get some big overs in. But this Baltimore Royals is not a pushover bowling attack. We've seen Zia-ul-Haq. Now we're watching Keshav Raval.
That's going to be wide. Just paused as well into that final release in his bowling action. 5 wides it is as well, as this is run away past the keeper.
Yeah, way outside off stump from Keshav Raval, passes Unmukhchan. So extras have gone up to 7 now. Manali 5 wides on that occasion. A couple from Zia-ul-Haq. Oh, lovely.
Slapped away. 4 runs, as easy as you like, and in the gap.
Yes, can hold a good man down, and certainly Sikaram. We talked about scoring on both sides of the pitch. That's a lovely drive through the offside for 4.
Very wide. I think he might have just gotten away with a wide here. want to see how far away that was from that white line. Yeah, tough call. Should have been wide. Just outside that wide line.
Yeah, quite a few lines on the cricket pitches now, Manali. And they all for different purpose.
Pretty decent start though. Required run rate is just over 8. They're going well above it. They're making use of these power play overs like we saw in the first innings. Struck down the ground, and it's pretty straight as well. It's going to beat all the fielders and run away for 4.
Yeah, good looking shot from Smith Patel. He knows where the gaps are. And look at this, full straight-ish. And that's, down the ground he goes. He knows where the gaps are. 45 for none at the end of 4.
Solid start. 45 for none in the first 4 overs with 2 more overs to come in the power play. Abhinav Sikaram, 26 off 13. Smith Patel, he's been the quiet one between the both of them.
Yeah, sure on that. Hasn't received a lot of the strike. You look at the strike that both batters have received. Sikaram 14 balls, Smith Patel 10, 11. 11 and 13.
Amshi De Silva. Abhinav just signaling at the release of that ball from Amshi De Silva.
Yeah, we saw yesterday De Silva will probably remember, or probably do not want to remember what happened yesterday in one of the overs he bowled.
That's a full pace on delivery. But he does have a very good back of the hand slower ball. Very deceiving.
Yeah, he was struck for 4 sixes in a row yesterday off the bat of Bukhari, Hussein Bukhari. And if their team goes far, watch for him. He's very attacking, and I looked him up, Manali. He's played first-class cricket from Pakistan. And almost every ball, when he wanted to, he struck a boundary. So good. Yeah, the other thing about Smith Patel, you were talking about probably not in the T20 squad, but he's been playing 50 over for the United States. Now, remember, maybe 2 or 3 years, or 3, 4 years ago, he got into a terrible accident. And it's amazing still he's come back to full cricket fitness. And he's still making runs. And we talked about a handful of players from India who's played junior cricket for that country. plies their trade in this country now. Unmuk Chan, Harmeet Singh, Manak Patel, Smith Patel, they've played at World Cups representing junior sides for India.
Well, you mentioned the accident that Smith Patel was in, and we did speak about that last year, actually. The other Smith Patel was telling me about how horrific it was, and it is pretty incredible. Picked up beautifully, and that is going to go over the rope for 6. Effortless hitting this by Smith Patel. It's also going to bring up the 50. So much class and elegance in that shot. But yeah, he was telling me about how horrific that accident was, so pretty incredible for him to make the recovery and to come back to cricket. But on top of that, he's also a new dad. And so recently joined the world of parenthood.
Yeah, he's such a quality player, Manali. I've seen him played in some local competitions back in New Jersey. I think he's moved to Texas now. And that's the other thing, that these local players are coming to where the action is. Texas has really become the big hub of U.S. cricket these days, and so the players, Milind Kumar is another player who's moved from the northeast, the Philadelphia area, and he's come to live in Texas, all because of cricket. Smith Patel used to live in Jersey. He now lives in somewhere in Texas or somewhere up here. Players is also moving to Michigan, where there are better facilities and perhaps where tournaments are likely to be held quite more regularly, and so they're close to the action. And that's how the system has always been in place. You go to the West Indies, for example, and a country like Guyana, and then you realize that, well, you're not gonna have a lot of opportunities living in the country, so you move to Georgetown or you play for the Georgetown clubs because better facility. The selectors, the people who run Guyana cricket are usually Georgetown based, and you're likely to get picked if a selector is from associated with your team, but you still got to play good. I'm not taking away the fact that, oh, they let anybody play, but the fact is, good chance if you're playing for a local club and that man is a chairman of selectors or he's a good selector, when he sees you too often, you're likely to impress him more than the other guys who lives in the country. And that's the way some systems are set up. In other words, you've got to play the way the system is set up to make things happen. And so players move to areas in which there's a lot going on. And I know Texas has really been the hot spot in the last 2-3 years. Watch for the West Coast. Watch for the West Coast. That's going to be another major hub. Texas and the West Coast is going to be the hub of U.S. cricket, not Florida.
Just a delay here as they look for the ball. Looks like the umpire is going to have to come and get another ball. Players are able to get a quick drink, get a few refreshments in.
Yes. It's been tough work on the umpires, Manali. They've got to run and bring the box a ball for themselves and then take back the box and then decide, no, no third umpire. So they've got their work cut out. Umpire Ravi and Cameron Best. And we got a ride with umpire Umkar, along with Owen Brown, operating on pitch number 5. Have you missed pitch number 5 today? Have you missed Brian Walters?
Well, Brian's always good company, but I must say the advantage of sitting here and having the wind going across this comm box is quite refreshing. Also just the sound of, you know, the breeze and the cricket around you. Good ambience. quite a delay here, isn't it, for the ball? One delivery to come in the over. And I see what you were saying about not having the batters hit the ball all the way into the bush.
Well, a couple of days ago, Mukhtar struck 8 sixes, and they were all in that same area, and they were very big sixes. And I want to think that Mukhtar Ahmed is at the top of the heap in terms of the 6 hitters in the series. Although we saw Bukhari yesterday plundering quite a few also in the deep areas, but we'll double check on all of that overnight and let you know tomorrow.
No timing on that, and it's going to be a dot. 5 overs gone, 52 for now. Ishan Vairagiwala into the attack. Always good to see when the youngsters are given a chance, and a chance when they can actually make a difference. Driven beautifully for 4 runs. A loose delivery to start.
Yeah, good shot again from Sikaram. Continues to bat well, continues to carry the fight here for the Gladiators. They've done well. At the top of the order, we talked about 148 between the spear yesterday. They're really off to a fine start.
Bit of shape. Doesn't manage any bat on this, Abhinav. There, seam movement off the surface, taking it away from the left-hander.
Yeah, we saw another young talent yesterday, and I'm not too sure if he's playing today. His name is Atharva Kaushal. AK Atharva Kaushal, and his number was 47, Manali. So AK 47.
How American. That's a very well bowled delivery just now. Goes fuller this time, but it's that movement that he's able to get that's just beating the outside edge. It's not swing, it is seam movement that he's getting off the surface. Brings in a slip. Down the track, flashing drive, and not where he was intending to hit that, Abhinav. It's going to go away for 4. But I like this from the youngster because it's now forced a shot out of Abhinav.
Yeah, well bowled. Well, it's gone for the outside edge. But it's good to see, Manali, that these teams, they not only bring the youngsters as part of the squad, You allow them playing time. And the fact is, we know they're good at age group cricket. This is senior cricket. They're bowling to Abhinav, Sikaram, and the likes of Smith Patel. So they really have got to bowl well.
Very well bowled. This time there is a little bit of swing as well. Just keeps it inside that wide line as well. There's that movement coming in marginally.
Yeah, we're beginning to see exactly what the Baltimore Royals struggled with yesterday. They're probably missing a...
Takes this one away, and what an excellent over this is. Yes, there are 2 boundaries that have come off of it, but one was a thick outside edge, and he's beaten the batters on at least 4 occasions. Excellent over. 6 overs gone. End of the power play. It's 60 for none. Impressive last over from Ishan as we get out of the power play. Fielding restrictions gone. A few more gaps in the field. Oh, unlucky. That is very, very unlucky, especially for the keeper, because that ball came in and it just completely surprised the keeper. Oh, Chan, hard luck.
Yeah, some quarters, they call it the French cut. And I wonder why Manali will tell us all about the French cut, or why, why the shot has been termed that way, but run away. And it's gone away for 4. I want to think this is Aryan, who has been given the ball. Yep. Pulled away from Smith Patel. And they pick up a couple of runs. In fact, they settle for 1.
Aryan Batra. You mentioned it's great that you're seeing more and more youngsters being included in these senior sides, and not just included, but also given a chance to play. That last over was fantastic. Marginally short and pulled away for another single. Now these gaps are going to allow for a little more rotation of strike.
Yes, Manali, you're right on that. And not only given a chance to play, but a chance to play in crucial points of the game. And this is where their mettle is tested, and will give them a clear indication if they're good for the next level.
What a beautiful shot. Was that an American Eagle? Beautiful bird. That's a wide though.
So they're going 10. They're going at 10 runs and over. Required rate under 8 for the time being.
Does he have enough? There is a fielder there, and it's going to sail over that fielder's head. 6 runs off the bat of Smith Patel. He latches onto these so quickly. Incredible bat speed.
Yeah, he's a good puller of the ball. He picks the short ball up very quickly. And he gets into position and really execute these shots. Yeah, a little bit of edge on that one, but still it's taking on Aryan Batra.
Pulled again, and it's going to fall just short of the fielder in the deep.
And just coming back to Smith Patel, Manali, if you've got a chance to really work out Smith Patel as a bowler, maybe you're playing a 50-over game, bowl him short, set him up to hook or pull, and get your men out in the boundary. I think that's a very good plan for Smith Patel.
Leg side, and again, not a lot of control on this. Abhinav's going to pick up a single, and it's going to wrap up the 7th over, 75 for none. They need a breakthrough here. The Royals.
Yeah, we saw the Atlanta Fire yesterday. Manali, 148 runs before the first breakthrough came. And the breakthrough came because Abhinav retired out.
I'm just taking a look at those worms as well. Haven't lost a wicket yet. Keeping well and truly on par with that red worm. And by then, the Royals had already lost 2 wickets. Thick outside edge. There is protection. Third man's going to cut that off.
So Ishan given another over. We saw in the previous one, Manali thought he bowled well. Gave up a couple of 4s. One of them certainly came off the edge of the bat. So he's been given another over here. Will come into bowl. Probably for the first time to Smith Patel. We saw a lot of bowling in the last over to Sikaram. And watch for anything short. He's a compulsive puller.
There is protection in the deep for that shot. Deep square leg, deep mid-wicket. Long on as well. Well bowled. Goes full. Doesn't allow for Smith Patel to be able to get onto that back foot for that pull. Absolutely no one on the leg side though that's close in front of square.
That is why I was talking about early in the morning, Manali, at this juncture of the game. Big rungs, big gaps. So mid-wicket now comes into the 30.
You've got to pick up cleaner than that. You have to pick up cleaner than that. It's probably a single every day of the week, but if you can get to that ball quicker, you just create a little bit of doubt in the batters.
Yeah, might be one of the substitutes. I see Jaskran Malhotra off the field. And Manali, we were talking off mic about the impact and certainly the super sub situation that sometimes have create a situation in which you bat and then that's it, your game is done.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm not really a big fan of the impact player or the super sub rule. I can understand if it's circumstances of injury and you can't continue, but otherwise you choose your playing 11 for a reason.
Ball stroked into the onside. Lovely shot again from Smith Patel.
I must say, the fact that he's bowled such a good first over and a very decent second over so far, you can see even with the experience and ability that the two batters have, they've shown some respect here and they've decided we're going to play this one out.
Yeah, this has really been a good over here for Ishan. You look at his bowling so far in this over. Only given up 4. Here we go.
That struck him, and that struck him very powerfully, actually. Right on the side of that rib cage, and it's going to be a dot to finish this over. 8 overs gone, 79 for none, and what a delivery this is from the youngster to finish. It's actually the elbow, just above that elbow. Extra bit of zip from Ishan.
Yeah, the young fast bowler Manali Ishan. He needs to do the other thing that the fast bowler does. Go and give you some steer.
It'll come with time. It will.
79.
It's in every fast bowler.
79 without loss.
Dot to start things off.
Yeah, Aditya Patel comes into the attack. Manali, this is another young fast bowler. We've already seen Ishan, we've seen Keshav. And now Aditya has been given the ball. A very young team, very young bowling attack. Cut away into the offside, can't score, but when they're coming up against the competition, Smith Patel and Sikaram, they've got a game to win. They've got a tournament to win. Sometimes, as we've seen so many times, Manali, it's competition, it's senior competition, it's open competition. It gets very tough. Sometimes you run into some no mercy situation in which these players are here to win a game.
Latched onto this, and it's just going to fall short of the fielder in the dip. This is an outstanding effort. Amshi De Silva in the deep.
Yeah, I was making the point. if you're looking for weaknesses in a certain batsman, Smith Patel, if you look at him and you study him, he loves pulling, he loves hooking. Got to come up with a plan. And we've already seen one man from the off comes over to the onside. And that looks like G16. He hasn't bowled yet. Well, actually, he came across because of the left-hander, sorry. So, Sikaram driving and driving well into the offside. And brings Smith Patel back on strike.
A couple of decent overs here from the Royals, but we still haven't seen a breakthrough. This partnership continuing to build. They're getting closer and closer to that target. Need a breakthrough here quickly, PRG, to stay in the game. Well bowled. Good movement as well.
Yeah, we haven't seen the captain, Lada, who has been drafted for a couple of years of Major League Cricket. We haven't seen him bowl a single ball today. I wonder if he's even playing. But he's on the field. I know Jaskaran Malhotra he's changed into civilian clothing, so he's not playing. Or at least he's not fielding.
Picked up and dispatched. Ruins what was a very good over for Aditya. It's a maximum to round off the final delivery of the over.
Smith Patel, he hits a cricket ball far, and he can hit them anytime he wants to. 87 for none, 9 gone, and this is another big start from the PRG. We saw yesterday, they put on 148 for the first wicket today. They're 87 without loss, 9 overs gone.
Starts with a wide. Yevin into the attack. Should just be the 1 run. Smith Patel not interested in the second.
Yeah, he wants a piece of Yevin. But we're seeing another dominating top order display here from Smith Patel and Abhinav. Really batted well, unfazed on what has gone on with this bowling attack.
Down the ground. And again, just a single. Well ahead of the required run rate, PRG.
Yeah, we're beginning to see the Royals have run into the same problem the other day. can't get breakthrough and certainly can't get enough wickets to stem the flow of what has been a good progression here by the teams. 91 without loss.
Cut away. There is protection in the deep again, though. It should just be another single.
And the fact is, they haven't created too many chances. So we can't look back and say, well, there was a drop chance here or probably a near miss. Maybe one of those from off the bat of Smith Patel. But other than that, these batters have gone flawless.
Getting inside the line of that. Well fielded in the deep to keep it to 1 run. Because of that wide, there's one more delivery to come in the over.
Yeah, not a bad over here from Yavin, but you get the feeling, Manali, if this team wanted 12 and 13 and over, it would have been a different situation. The fact is, they have not gone explosive. Probably is because they know they're just hunting for 7 and 8 and over, which in 2026 in T20 matches considered a walk in the park. 10 overs gone, 94 for no loss.
Aditya back into the attack. And gets it nice and fine here, Smith Patel for 4 runs. Poor delivery to start the over.
Tickle fine. And I've seen Unmuk Chan yesterday play those very thin edge shots. And look at this, just going down the wrong line here. Look at that, very delicately played. And although Manali, there was Ishan in a position to a short fine leg position, the ball was able to beat him. Lovely shot from Smith Patel. He goes up to what, 45? Yes. And he's cashing in perhaps with another half century here.
Struck well. And that's going to result in a... No, scratch that. Not going to result in another boundary. Well done by the fielder in the deep.
So the 100 comes up in the 11th over. And the 100 comes up by a fine knock from Smith Patel and Abhinav Sikaram. 100 on the board.
Oh, this has been hit really, really well. This is going to go a mile, in fact. Massive 6 from Smith Patel's bat. Not a lot of foot movement, but it's that weight transfer that we talk about. So balanced through the shot. His head is so still as well. And that's also going to bring up his half century in style. What a knock this has been from Smith Patel.
Yeah, back-to-back half century for him. And the fact is, if our director Vishal is listening to us, a good time to let's look at the top of the run chart. I know Unmuk Chan probably in the vicinity of 240, but Smith Patel close by. This one into the onside.
6 more. Not nearly as far as the one before, but manages to get over the bowler, over the fielder's head. and over the rope. Your leading run scorers, Unmukchan 221, Smith Patel not too far behind at 207. Chopped on very, very nearly again. I've seen him do this a couple of times now to that wide, full delivery.
We're beginning to wonder if he's a way better onside player than he is on the off stump. Seems to tug the ball from off, or wherever the ball is on off, seems to have always play with a little bit of inside edge. Yeah, probably Manali, if we were probably on a team against him, we bowl him short for let him pull, we get some people over there, or we bowl him on the offside.
Well, that's a wide delivery, just trying to keep it outside the swinging arc of Smith Patel, Aditya, and unfortunately he's just strayed a little too far down. This has been a very expensive over from him. 2 straight, and this is going to sail over the ropes. Make that 6 more to round off this over. And a very, very expensive over comes to an end.
Yeah, you're right on that. That's the 25th run. 19 before this ball, and look at that. On the onside again. That has gone away for another 6. 119 without loss. Manali, yesterday when we were talking here with my other 2 commentators, Mustafa and Nikhil, one of the things we were talking about, sometimes as commentators, sometimes we know a lot more weaknesses of batters, or we see so much. And I'm making the point, if I'm to play against Smith Patel, when he hits the ball out of the park for 6, he takes the fielding out of the equation, that I know. But I'll set him up with a strong onside field, or I'll bowl him predominantly on the offside.
At the moment, they're just leaking runs and extras, and that's not helping their cause whatsoever, the Royals. Try and see if we can get another replay of that last over that Smith Patel scored. 3 6s from. Excellent hitting, great stroke play from him. This was last over, leg side, bang, that was massive. This one not as big, but still manages to get it over the fielder, over the rope for another 6. And this was probably my favorite shot. Inside the line of the ball, picked up beautifully and dispatched again into the leg side for 6 more. Smith Patel is playing an excellent knock today.
Certainly excellent on the onside. And I'm pretty sure, Manali, if we take a look at the wagon wheel of his batting innings, we may really see about 90% of his 65. Or maybe more, 71 to be exact, has been on the onside.
The problem for me is also the bowling. We've now seen a wide, we've seen a low full toss that went for 6. There just hasn't been the consistency, and then that right there just does not help your cause. That should have been stopped 10 out of 10 times, and it's now allowed for boundary to sneak through. 4 runs picked up, very hard for a bowler who's trying to create some sort of pressure.
What essentially we're seeing here, Manali, bad misfield here from the fielder. You get the feeling that, I'm wondering if the Royals have thrown in the towel here.
I want to get another look at that shot and that misfield. Swept away, massive gap, and 4 more. We'll see if we can try and pull up a replay of that previous delivery, that previous 4. Now, anyone who's fielding square of the wicket, especially on the offside, you know that there's going to be spin on that ball. He has overrun that ball. He's not equated for that spin on the ball away from him. And it's gone away for 4. And this is the last boundary, the last delivery that was swept away. Looking for the ball. Might take a few minutes here. "16 runs off the over already, with 2 legal deliveries to come. And if Smith Patel's out there for another couple of overs, this game is all but done. And there we take another look at Smith Patel's last over. 3 sixes. This one, 2 straight off the pads. And then this from this over right now. Sneaking this past the fielder, poor bit of fielding, and this is a top shot. Gets it square enough away from the fielder at deep mid-wicket. The placement has been excellent from Smith Patel today.
Yeah, the body language of the Baltimore Royals beginning to tell a story. And it's not easy, Manali, to be in the field. Look at the scoreboard. It's 134 without loss. And almost every over, you're chasing the leather.
Well, Yevin's gotten away with this delivery. Very full and a bit lazy from Smith Patel. Because if he would have liked, he would have been able to put this one away. Push down the ground. And a single, which will also mean that Smith Patel is going to keep strike at the beginning of over number 13. 12 overs gone, 135 for none. Ishan back into the attack. He's been phenomenal in his 2 overs. And this is going to be the contest to see if he can try and keep Smith Patel at bay. He's managed to do it for 2 overs. Can't get predictable.
Yeah, you're right on that. Ishan has really bowled well, considering Manali, the team has gone for 11 runs and over. He's bowled 2 overs, gone for 12. Out of those 12, we unanimously decided that one of those was an hit, so it's 8 runs he has gone for in 12 balls. Very good bowling.
Now it's Abhinav who's actually really struggled against Ishan. So it would have been better for him to keep Abhinav on strike. There is a single taken here. It's going to bring Smith Patel back on strike. Smith Patel does have the chance to bring up his 100. 36 needed to win. He's on 81.
Yeah, we saw the same situation kind of yesterday with Unmuk Chan.
Very well bowled. Extra bit of bounce, and I think it just, for a young bowler, he's got some really good movement, good seam movement off the surface. See if we can get another look at that last delivery, because this has surprised Smith Patel. misses out. Short delivery. Abhinav just hasn't been able to get a good read on him. Now here's
Yeah,
that delivery to Smith Patel. Coming quite sharply into the right-hander, and the extra bit of bounce has really taken Smith Patel by surprise. Latched on and gets it wide of the fielder. Shouldn't have gone wide again on that delivery. Got away with the ball before.
Yeah, the youngsters will have to learn. Can't bowl there again. Can't bowl short. Not the, not on this track. Certainly not to Sikaram or Smith Patel. We talked about Smith Patel. His strong shot has been the pull and the hook, and he's played them to great perfection today. Couple of times, yes, there was chances probably for the fielder to get one of those, but
That's a shout, and the umpire's not interested. It's a low full toss that Abhinav has missed out on, and it's a dot to end the over. I would like a second look on this last delivery. Full toss dipping on him. It's hit him on that back pad. I know we don't have ball tracking here. Must have gotten some piece of bat on it. 13 overs gone. It's 142 for none. Ritik Behera. Slow through the air. And they'll pick up a single. Abhinav 1 run away from bringing up his half century. Played a very good supporting role to Smith Patel. At one point he was the aggressor. Once Smith Patel got going, I was very happy to let him take charge.
yeah, he nearly got a 50 yesterday, Sikaram.
Thick outside edge, and he's not going to get his half century. He is going to be out on 49. Ritik Behera comes into the attack and picks up a wicket.
Yeah, he will always have to be a personal disappointment here for Sikaram. Nothing wrong with the team total. They're on course, but look at that. Ritik Behera comes into the attack, and straight away, second ball, he picks up 1. And so the first wicket goes down. It's 143 for 1.
Just got the edge of the bat one too many times. The fielder placed perfectly for that. He would have had his heart in his mouth, and he would have hoped and prayed when the ball was bobbled. Not to be. Milan Kumar, yeah? No? I would think it's Milan. Looks like Milan. Milan Kumar walks in. Another very experienced player with the bat. And part of a really good partnership yesterday with Smith Patel.
Yeah, Milan Kumar, part of the U.S. setup. In the T20 squad, in the ODI squad. Would have just returned from India, Manali, with the U.S. campaign, World T20 World Cup. It's going to be a busy summer for the associate teams. They head to Nepal next month.
Yeah, Nepal, and then they come back and they head to Canada for another series, part of that Cricket World Cup League 2 series.
And I think isn't the U.S. at the top of the table?
They are. Scotland is second at the moment. They didn't have the best of times in Namibia. They just picked up one win, lost one game and a couple of washouts. So they dropped to second, and this is smashed away. And it's actually flown for 6 runs.
Yeah, this man is so strong on the onside. Look at that. Picked it up well. Many batters will probably get a 4 there. He has bludgeoned this one over square leg. Gone for 6. And that's his 8-6 Monali. And I would want to think that all those 8-6s have been on the onside.
Moves to 89.
The highest score, individual score we have seen in the series on this pitch. 93 yesterday from Unmuk Chan.
Cautiously watched and played into the leg side for another single. Moving into the 90s, Smith Patel.
And with that, I'm pretty sure he's at the top of the table now, as most runs in the series. A good chance for us to take a look at that table.
Top of the table, 238 runs for Smith Patel. Fourteen overs gone, 152 for 1. Inching closer and closer to that target. 21 now needed off 36 deliveries. Here are the highlights from Smith Patel's batting. Very leg side heavy, but when he does get it out of the screws, it absolutely flies to the boundary. Great use of the feet, very balanced through every shot, and the amount of composure that he has when he bats. It's a silent sort of aggression for me. He's very calculated in all these shots, and every single one of them has come out of the screws. No chances offered. Pushed into the offside, Milind Kumar.
Yeah, you get the feeling that the way Smith Patel has batted, he's only two hits away from getting that 100. And I say 2 hits because we've seen 6 4s and 8 6s, Monali. That's 14 boundaries across this innings so far.
Tight single. Oh, I want to see how close this would have been. If it was a direct hit, Smith Patel would have been gone. He would have been gone by quite some distance. Just having a quick chat with Milind Kumar as well, saying that is not a run. Let's not do that again. Straight to the fielder, and they've taken off. Still halfway. Yeah, he would have been gone by miles. Down the ground, doesn't have the connection, and as easy as you like for the fielder in the deep. He's going to fall on 90, Smith Patel. An excellent innings comes to an end. And you think that this breakthrough's just come a bit too late for the Baltimore Royals.
So attempting to go for 6 number 9, that would have taken him to 96. But that fielder didn't have to move an inch. Look at that. stayed one place, takes the catch. The big innings of Smith Patel comes to an end. And boy, have we witnessed a really big knock from Smith Patel today. What classy player he is. He falls, it's 153 for 2. Well played, Smith Patel.
Can't forget who's taken that wicket. It is Ishan, who has now created lots of opportunities. He has been probably my pick of the bowlers in today's game. He'll be very pleased with himself to get the big wicket of Smith Patel. Sujit Gowda, the new batter out in the middle. Not too many needed from here on. Gets off the mark with a single.
Yes, Sujit Gowda is another big talent. Manali, remember last year? He was where Smith Patel and Unmuk Chan was. One of the reasons we haven't seen him, look, you're playing with a team 2 days in a row. They've posted 140 plus for the opening stand.
Latched on. And in the gap. That's going to go all the way for 6 runs. Just missing his length here, Ishan. He's been so consistent so far. A drag down delivery.
Yeah, very easy for a batsman of Milind Kumar caliber. There's a strong batting lineup, certainly helped by 2 big games for this PRG team in which Sikaram and Smith Patel has not allowed any of the batter, even the number 3 player, to really come in and bat long. We saw yesterday when Sikaram retired, so that Gowda came and played for like 20 or 30 runs left.
Next side again. And 4 more it is. In the gap, again, just 2 deliveries that are looseners here from Ishan. Did take the pace off the delivery as well. Just needed to get it a little bit fuller. End of the over. According to the scorer, there's 1 more delivery to come, but the umpires, I guess the umpires also trying to figure out. No, they will call it an over. 15 overs gone, 164 for 2. 9 more runs needed.
Yeah, another big performance here from PRG. Unstoppable for the time being, Manali. And when you look at PRG, you look at Clarion Eagles. Perfect record so far. And we haven't followed the Clarion Eagles game, but they came into this evening fixture with 3 wins from 3 games. It looks like Prime Raider Gladiators will make it 3. Will make it 3 and 3, 6 points.
Oh, we'll have to wait for the first delivery. Just not ready to release the ball on that one.
So another dominating display from Smith Patel, and Abhinav Sikaram. And now we know who are some of the teams to watch, Manali. PRG for sure.
Pushed into the gap. And they'll pick up a single. 8 runs needed.
You get the feeling that because of the mammoth start at the top of the order, the likes of Milind Kumar, Sujay Gowda. Look at that. Look at that. They're toying with the bowler, Milind Kumar. And the ramp goes well, gone for 4.
Trying to finish this game off in quick style. Milind Kumar. Lapped over the keeper's head. Absolutely no one that straight.
And a defeat here for the Royals could seemingly end their campaign.
Goes again. And it's going to be the same result. It's 4 more. And with that, it's going to be the game as well. Excellent batting this from PRG. They have completely dominated the second innings. So take a look at the winning shot. Milind Kumar ramping 1. Ramping the last 2, in fact, to get his side over the line. The Prime Raider Gladiators have won by 8 wickets. A dominant display with the bat.
Yeah, dominant display by 2 individuals for second day in a row. That is Abhinav and Smith Patel. So there we have it, folks. Look at that. Smith Patel almost cashing in on 100. Fell away looking for 6 number 9. Got a 90 big start, 143 for the first wicket. And Milind Kumar and Sujay Gowda just coming out to just get a feel of what the tournament could be in store for them in the next couple of days.
Lots of bowlers used, 8 of them in fact, and the wickets were very far and few to come by. Ishan picking up a wicket along with Ritvik Behera, but not much else can be said about the rest of the bowlers. Expensive, inconsistent, and completely dominated by the batting today. Points table. PRG at the top with 6 points. Atlanta Fire now in second place with 4 points, and that net run rate higher than that of Bay Blazers, at least for now. The standings at the moment, and you feel the Royals and the Falcons are all but done in this tournament here at Houston Open 2026. Confirmation, the Royals put on 172 for 4 in their 20 overs. The Raiders finish this in some style, chasing it down at 15.3 overs, and they win by a whopping 8 wickets. Thank you for joining the coverage today here at the Houston Open 2026. And we say goodbye for now, and we'll be back tomorrow with more action. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Khan gets this one over the infield. And running up towards the boundary. Gone away. Gone for 4. But they'll have to win this game. A lovely strike from Mohammed Khan. It goes a long way. It goes over the fielder's head. And so 4. Oh, that's a lovely shot. Through the covers. Well placed from Unmuk this game. Hold away. Lovely shot here from Mohammed Khan. Gone away for 4.
Offside this time, up and over, and this is a very quick outfield, so no surprise that that's going to beat the 2 fielders and go for 4 more. Now that breeze, that's going to be wide. A little harsh.
the previous ball was riding on.
Goes big. Absolutely massive as this has been put into the bushes down. Beautiful shot inside the line of delivery, and this is lofted away from four.
Cut away. Run through the offside, but run away from it. Short, give him hit.
More topped on. It was continually growing in height. What oh, he's latched onto this. And he's latched onto it very well. As this is going to sail away for 6 runs. Down the ground, not the connection he would have liked, and that's going to be the end of Jaskar and Malhotra. Safe here.
So a bit of misfield, and Tarak has picked up a boundary.
This is a good shot. The offside.
Comes back.
Oh no, I asked him already. He said he has no idea what Beyblades are. So we're gonna go for a 4, in fact.
So a slashing shot from Tarak. He continues to play some aggressive.
Looking for the reverse, and it's gonna drop just past the reach of Smith Patel. But a really good partnership. Well played. Soft hands and placed to perfection for 4 runs. Lands just short of the fielder. But his heart in his mouth. Forced to catch it in vain. The gap. He's going to find a boundary rope. 6 runs.
Look at that. Pull and pulling well. And that is gone for a superb maximum. In fact, the fielder has taken the catch. Yes, he has. And unbelievable number. Cut away here from Richard Behera. Shot from Tarak. And it will go away for another.
Gladiators. You've known a lot of these teams for a very long time, and you see that run away for 4 runs.
Get a boundary every over. Lofted into the offside. Will he find the gap? Yes, he will. And that has gone away from him. Pulled away. That's a lovely shot from Ritwik Behera. Gone for 6.
Slashed away and straight into the hands. Barely.
Gladiators.
That's going to beat the fielder and just rolls over the rope for 4 runs. And as I say that, what was a very good over has now just leaked a boundary. Oh dear. Very lucky that has not rolled onto the rope. That's tight. That is a very tight call. Not sure what. Well, listen, it's a tough call. This is struck well, brings out the river.
Oh, good shot. Picked it up well, full toss. He stays flat. And that's a lovely shot from him.
I see him getting to short, but he's done very well here. Slapped away. That's an absolute tracer bullet. Just opening the blade. Latched onto this, and into the gap for 4 more. That's gonna be wide. Just paused as well into that fine.
Oh, lovely.
Slapped away. 4 runs, as easy as you like. Struck down the ground, and it's pretty straight as well. It's going to beat all the fielders. Picked up beautifully. And that is going to go over the goal for 6. Excellent. Driven beautifully for 4 runs. Down the track, flashing drive, and not where he was intending to come off of it, but one was thick outside edge. Beaten. Batters. At least 4 open. Oh, unlucky. Very unlucky. Especially for
On the 8 for the time being.
you have enough. There is a fielder there, and it's going to sail over that fielder's head. So, latched onto this, and it's just going to fall short of the fielder in the dip. This was an outstanding effort. Picked up and dispatched. Back into the attack. Gets it nice and fine here. Smith Patel for 4 runs. This has been hit really, really well. This is going to go a mile, in fact. Max.
Yeah, back-to-back half century for him. The fact is, if our director Vishal is thinking of 240, but Smith Patel close by. This one into the onside.
6 more. 2 straight. And this is going to sail over the ropes. Make that a first shot. Inside the line of the ball, picked up beautifully. Why we've seen a low full toss at like 6. There just hasn't been the consistency, and that right there just does not help your cause. Swept away, massive gap, and 4 more. Very well bowled. Extra bit of bounce. For a young bowler, would be exceedingly latched on and gets it wide of the fielder.
Get one of those, but
That's a shout, and the umpire's not interested. It's a low full toss that Abhinav has missed out on. Thick outside edge, and he's not going to get his half century. So he's off to second. This is smashed away. Tight single. Oh, I want to see how close this would have been. If it was a direct hit, Smith Patel would have been gone. Down the ground, doesn't have the connection, and as easy as you like for the fielder in the deep. He's going to fall on 90, Smith Patel, and excellent innings comes to an end.
opening stand.
Latched on, and in the gap, that's going to go all the way for 6 runs. Let's try again. 4 more it is.
at that. Look at that. They're toying with the bowler, Milind Kumar. And the ramp